Again, today I want to do things a little bit differently. I don't have my kit with me, at least not right now. I want to get to it a little bit after I'm done with this, because today I want to talk more about scouting tools as a cinematographer and how to use a Lux meter. You can get apps on the iPhone, and I imagine on Android too, that act like a light meter, and it gives you a Lux value, and how you use that when how to match that to camera exposure values. And so it's going to be a little bit of math, but it's going to be okay. Right now I'm just walking along Carbobo's beach. This place comes alive every night, I think, especially now that the weather is nice. This place really comes alive at night, but right now it's a fantastic little spot to walk and talk a little bit. It's a good solution when I don't exactly have like a setup that I can reliably sit at and talk. So I think this is a reasonable working alternative. Now the way you want to do that, this is like 2 parts. This is the first of the 2 parts on, like, scouting for lights. Because like what I'm going to show right here is something that you're going to take with you, and I'm going to expand on it. This is somewhat distractive, but like they even have like a little theme park over here. It's kind of like a carnival, if you're into that, and you have whole lots of food vendors and chestnut vendors. So it's really nice. If you're ever in Bahrain, you should definitely check out Carbobo Beach. It's by Bahrain. The first step you want to do is, on your camera, get a decent exposure, and take note of your shutter speed, ISO, and f-stop for that particular setup, and then using a light meter, get your Lux value with your Lux meter app. Get your Lux value for the setup that you're in. All these things will play together. Example of a well-composed picture. I'm using false color to determine my exposure and make sure that nothing is completely underexposed and nothing is completely overexposed. This is where the picture needs to be, and at this point I note my shutter speed, ISO, and a view from my Lux meter app. And as you can see, you have to use a reader or a sensor or a meter for this. I'm using the I'm using an app on my iPhone, because it all comes out in the wash once you calculate constant K, as we are going to see later. This is the example of the reading. This isn't like the same site that I shot the exposure at, but if you're lighting an indoor scene and you need to bring lights, these are a Lux meter is more important than traditional light meter. And you're planning for how many lights are you going to bring and what are you going to bring. So now that you have all the variables, I'm gonna show you a couple of math equations. You can get them you can do them on a calculator. You can do them in Excel, Google Sheets, what have you, and you will find, and they're not as difficult of the equations. We just like put f for your f-stop multiplied by your shutter speed. Shutter speed should be a fraction, not degrees, and then like you put your lux values and ISO values, and from there you can work backwards to find constant key that's going to be specific for your camera make, and that's going to be specific for your camera. Current ISO, your meter or your phone and specific app that you are using. And from here you got everything that you need to start calculating your needs and planning your lighting needs. When you go out scouting and you're scouting in indoors, what you can do is take in lux value of what the room has to offer, and take the measurements of the room. If you know the measurements of the room or the space that you're going to, and you go over there and you get the lux value of the rooms, you can use that to estimate what kind of lights that you need to achieve your desired exposure ratio instead of like overbuying lights or bringing too many or bringing too little. Knowing is a lot better than guessing, and with a little bit of math, which you don't have to do by yourself, you can put them in an Excel sheet and have that do it, and as long as you know the equation and the logic, like software and calculators can do the math for you, so you don't have to bother too much with that, and you can like decide and measure how much light do you exactly need to shoot at the f-stop that you want to shoot at, instead of opening your lens wide open hoping for the best, you know. And you can really have it the way you want to have it. You can use these measurements and this math. Well, my eyes are burning, so if you would excuse me. You can use these measurements and math to argue when someone asks you, why are we bringing these lights? Why are we renting these specific lights? And you can bring up your math sheets and say, well, we need to expose this and this and this, and this is where we technically need it at. All right, I guess. If you're hearing that it says space is being watched, please leave immediately in Arabic. So, well, I guess fine. I know, might have stopped the sensor. Anyhow, so that's it for me. I'll do another video and explaining more of this math and how to apply it into deciding how many light fixtures are you going to get into a room and what to bring. So yes, stay tuned for the next video. I've been trying to make this for a while, but just been such a hassle until like we got some of the tech advances